The Cincinnati Open has never seen anything like this. Not when Roger Federer graced its courts. Not when Rafael Nadal fought through 5-set epics. Not when Serena Williams dominated her opponents with raw power. Tournament director Bob Moran, a veteran who has managed ticket sales for decades, stood in awe as he looked out at the sea of humanity stretching beyond the gates. The queue snaked for blocks. Fans had camped overnight, and everywhere he looked, he saw Filipino flags waving proudly in the Ohio wind. The ticketing system had crashed at 6 in the morning. Organizers scrambled to open additional sections. The event was already on pace to draw over 300,000 fans, shattering the previous attendance record of 285,000 set just last year. And all of this for a 21-year-old who hadn't even played a single point yet. She is the biggest draw in women's tennis, bigger than Coco Gauff, bigger than Aryna Sabalenka. The phenomenon that started in Washington and exploded in Toronto has now descended upon Cincinnati with a force that no one, absolutely no one, saw coming. Nearly 17,000 Filipino-Americans call Ohio home, and they are ready to transform the Lindner Family Tennis Center into a sea of blue, red, yellow, and white. Welcome to RallyVerse. Today, we break down the incredible frenzy surrounding Eala's Cincinnati debut. The numbers, the stories, and the moment a tennis tournament became the seeds of the Cincinnati frenzy were planted weeks earlier in the nation's capital. The Mubadala DC Open in Washington, D.C. was supposed to be just another stop on the WTA Tour. A prestigious event, certainly, but nothing out of the ordinary. And then Alexandra Eala arrived. The 21-year-old Filipina entered the tournament unseeded, a talented player, but not one that tournament organizers expected to move the needle. She had just reached the 4th round of Wimbledon, stunning defending champion Iga Swiatek along the way. She was ranked inside the top 30 for the first time in her career. She was generating buzz. But no one could have predicted what happened next. Eala proceeded to demolish a stacked field. She defeated defending champion Leylah Fernandez. She took down former Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka. She dismantled Alina Svitolina. And in the final, she faced world number 3 Jessica Pegula, the top seed and heavy favorite. The match was a battle. Eala dropped the first set 4-6. She could have crumbled. Instead, she dug deep, won the second set 6-4, and demolished Pegula in the third set 6-0. It was her first WTA Tour title. She became the first Filipino and the first Southeast Asian to win a WTA Tour-level singles title. The victory propelled her to a career-high ranking of world number 20. But the most shocking development wasn't the victory. It was the reaction. The Filipino community in Washington turned out in unprecedented numbers. Tournament organizers later revealed that ticket demands had increased by a staggering 80%. Stadiums that were typically half full were packed to capacity. The energy was electric. The atmosphere was unlike anything the DC Open had ever experienced. The organizers admitted they had never seen anything like it. And they knew, even then, that the Eala phenomenon was only just beginning. The Eala phenomenon traveled north with the Filipina superstar to Toronto for the WTA 1000 National Bank Open. If Washington had been a revelation, Toronto was an explosion. The Filipino community in Toronto, over 272,000 strong, turned out in full force. They packed the 12,500-seater arena, creating what Eala herself described as a typical Filipino barangay basketball league atmosphere. They cheered lustily for every point, every winner, every moment of brilliance from their champion. Eala was so moved by the outpouring of support that she took to Instagram to express her gratitude. "Saya Paladido sa Barangay Toronto," she wrote, coining the phrase that would soon go viral. Difficult to put into words, but very easy to be grateful for you all. Feeling the love in ways that I will probably only fully appreciate later. Thank you for allowing me to experience beyond what I know. She concluded with a simple but powerful message. I am quite the lucky one. The tournament organizers were forced to move Eala's matches to center court to accommodate the overwhelming ticket demand. It was an unprecedented move for a player who wasn't even seated in the top 10. The Mubadala DC and National Bank Open organizers later admitted that they had never experienced a sellout like this before. Even the biggest stars on the WTA Tour took notice. Coco Gauff, who had faced Eala in Dubai earlier in the year, said, "I like that Alex brings a whole new demographic to the WTA Tour." She added, "I know you were mostly supporting Alex, but I have to say, it is great to be on a crowded court. I've played this tournament for many years, and to see the stadium full, it means a lot." Naomi Osaka echoed similar sentiments, praising Eala for being well-spoken and wise beyond her age. Eala's run in Toronto was impressive. She extended her winning streak to 7 matches, dismantling American Alicia Parks in a revenge match and defeating Katie McNally in a grueling 3-set battle. Her run ended against Belinda Bencic in the round of 16. But the damage had been done. Eala had cemented her status as one of the biggest crowd magnets in tennis. And now, the phenomenon has arrived in Cincinnati. The Lindner Family Tennis Center in Mason, Ohio, has hosted the Cincinnati Open for decades. It has seen legends like Federer, Nadal, and Serena Williams grace its courts. It has witnessed epic battles and historic victories. But it has never seen anything like the ticket rush that accompanied Alexandra Eala's arrival. The ticketing system crashed at 6 in the morning due to overwhelming demand. Tournament organizers had to scramble to open additional sections. The event was already on pace to draw over 300,000 fans, shattering the previous attendance record of 285,000 set just last year. And all of this for a player who hadn't even played a single point yet. Eala is the 17th seed at the Cincinnati Open, the highest seeding of her career in a WTA 1000 event. She has earned a first-round bye, a privilege accorded to the top 32 players in the world. Just a year ago, she would have been fighting through qualifying draws or accepting wildcards just to get into the main draw. Now, she doesn't need to scrounge for main draw slots. The bye is a testament to how far she has come. But the bye is not what has everyone talking. What has everyone talking is the massive Filipino-American turnout that is expected to fill the stadium. Ohio is home to nearly 17,000 Filipino-Americans. They are expected to bring the same energy, the same passion, and the same barangay atmosphere that made Toronto so special. Eala herself is grateful for the support. "It's an amazing experience," she said. "It's nice to see that the Filipino community is really showing up and enjoying tennis. Hopefully, it will help grow the sport as well and, in the end, give them something new and joyful experience." She added, in Tagalog, "Maraming salamat sa mga kababayan sa lahing ginawa niyo mula sa Washington hanggang Toronto, at sa lahing gagawin niyo pa parati, kayong sumasuporta at nagdarasal, parati kayong nagpupuyat kaya tuloy-tuloy lang akong magtatrabaho para sa inyo." The message was clear. Eala carries the Philippines with her wherever she goes. The Eala phenomenon is not just about emotion. It's about numbers. And the numbers are staggering. Eala has played 56 matches in 2026, more than any other player on the WTA Tour. She has recorded 37 wins against just 19 losses. She has a 9-4 record against top 10 players. She has beaten the best players in the world: Jessica Pegula, Coco Gauff, Iga Swiatek, Alina Svitolina, and Elena Rybakina. The ticket demand for her matches has been unprecedented. In Washington, organizers saw an 80% increase in ticket sales. In Toronto, the 12,500-seater arena was packed to capacity, forcing organizers to move her matches to center court. In Cincinnati, the ticketing system crashed. The event is on pace to draw over 300,000 fans, a new attendance record. Eala's ranking has reflected her meteoric rise. She is now ranked number 18 in the WTA Live rankings, a new career high. She is just 240 points behind Ekaterina Alexandrova, who sits at number 19. She is defending second-round points at the U.S. Open, the year's final Grand Slam. But with her current form, she could do so much more. The Cincinnati Open is her final major tune-up before the U.S. Open. A deep run in Ohio could give her the momentum she needs to make a serious run at the Grand Slam title. The numbers don't lie. Alexandra Eala is not just a tennis player. She is a movement, a phenomenon, a force that is reshaping the sport. What happens in Cincinnati could define Eala's entire U.S. Open campaign. She is defending second-round points at Flushing Meadows. But with her current form, she could do so much more. A deep run in Cincinnati would give her the confidence and momentum she needs to make a serious run at the Grand Slam title. Billie Jean King, the tennis legend, has already predicted that Eala will become a Grand Slam champion. Chris Evert has praised her talent and resilience. Martina Navratilova has called her crafty and a good lefty. The legends are watching. The world is watching. And Alexandra Eala is ready to deliver. The Filipino-American fans of Cincinnati are ready to turn the Lindner Family Tennis Center into a sea of Filipino flags. The organizers are ready for the chaos. Eala is ready for the pressure. It's an honor to represent my country, and I'm super grateful for all the love and recognition I'm getting, she said. She added, I'm counting my blessings, and I'm taking the lessons that I've had from these 2 weeks and hopefully implementing them even more in a better way in Cincinnati and New York. The 21-year-old lefty has come so far. She left her home at the age of 13 to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy. She endured countless setbacks. She was fined $50,000 for playing in a tournament she was advised to withdraw from. She was snubbed from the Eastbourne Open. She was overlooked for elite player development camps. And she overcame all of it. She is no longer the underdog. She is the favorite. She is the champion. And she is carrying the hopes of a nation on her shoulders.